Hello, people. Welcome to today's production on Betkraft. Okay, today is another, beautiful Tuesday morning, and we do have some games that we look into. Even though we have a very limited number of games going on across the globe, and but we dive deep and also, made our selections in the international friendlies that's going on today. As we have the Portugal coming up against Finland, as well as Slovenia, who will be up against Armenia, and also Switzerland coming up against Estonia. And we do have another game in Brazil and Serie B where we have Mirassol who will be up against the Gurana. Those are the games that make up our tickets for you today. And actually, we have just one ticket today. All right, in a short while, we'll be looking at these games one after the other. But this time, for those of us who are coming across our video for the very first time, who are yet to subscribe, if not click the subscription button, please kindly take our time to hit the subscription button down there so you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be up on this channel on a daily basis. Okay. That being said, without further ado, let's head to the business of the day. Today, we're starting with the very first game, and it is arguably the biggest game of the day. We have Portugal will be facing Finland, and as usual, we'll take a look at how they fared from the recent encounters, and also how they fared from home and away perspective. Okay, and for Portugal, in the past 6 games they had so far, they've been able to achieve 5 wins out of those 6 games that they played in recent occasions, and also they lost 1 out of those 6 games. And away side, Finland have been able to manage 3 wins as well as 3 losses in the past 6 encounters that they have so far. And taking it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Portugal, in the past 10 home games, have been very, very, very dominant, winning the entire 10 home games that played so far. So Portugal is very, 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 very in a very, very fine form at the moment, seeing that they've been able to win 100% of their home matches. And the away side, Finland, on the other hand, have had just about 4 wins in the past 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws, and they've had as well, 4 losses, playing from away. So it goes to show that they've been able to manage just 40% of their home away matches. They've been able to win 40% of those, and they've lost also 40% of those away matches. And the last time both teams met, and Portugal, we saw Portugal winning by 2-1. Prior to that, also Portugal won by 1-0. That was in 2011, way back. But we know that Portugal is in fine form at the moment, and they're doing very well. We do expect them to actually, rise to the occasion again, once again in this very encounter. It is home side to win. That's our verdict for this very game. All right, and that takes us to the next game, and that game it is Slovenia who will be up against Armenia. Okay, and Slovenia is actually a very fine side. We see that in the past 6 games they've been able to win 4 out of those 6 games. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past 6 recent encounters that they have so far. And away side Armenia in the past 6 have managed just 1 draw and have lost 5 games out of those 6 past matches they had. And when you take a look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you'll see that Slovenia have been very, very, very dominant playing from home, seeing that they've been able to win 70% of the 10 home games. And they've won 7 out of those 10 home games. All right, and they've had 2 draws as well as 1 loss. Okay, Slovenia has been doing very well. As a matter of fact, we saw them in March defeating Portugal by 2-0 at home. So it is a very, very fine Slovenia side. And going over to the away side, we could see that Armenia, on the other hand, have managed just 1 win in the past 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws, but they've lost 70% of their away games. They've lost 7 out of 10 away games that have so far. So it is, easy to say that the away side, Armenia, are not doing very well, especially when they are coming from away. They've lost 70% of their away games. So when you put all that together, you see that Slovenia is actually the side that is expected to rise to the occasion and win outright in this very encounter. It is the home side that is expected to win in this very game. Home win, that's our verdict for that very encounter. And that takes us to the very next game for today. Also in international friendly, where we'll have Switzerland who will be up against Estonia. And as usual, we'll take a look at our recent performances. We'll see that Switzerland in the past 6 have been able to win 1 game in the past 6, but they've also had 4 draws as well as 1 loss and their away side Estonia have managed just one draw, and they have lost 5 games out of those 6% encounters that I've had so far. So when you bring it down to how both sides fare from home and away perspective, you can also see that Switzerland, the home side, have been able to achieve 5 wins in the past 10 home games, and they have had 4 draws as well as 1 loss. That loss came in the game against Spain, which was 2 years ago, and we saw Spain defeating them by 1 goal to 0. But at home, they've been doing very well. They've seen that they've been able to win 50% of their home matches. But the away side, Estonia, on the other hand, have had just 1 win from away and also 2 draws, as well as 7 losses from away. It goes to show that Estonia is not a team that is playing so well, especially when they are playing from away. So we do expect to see, Switzerland side that is doing very well to rise to the occasion in this very one. And also head-to-head meetings for both sides. I've always seen Switzerland being the victorious side. The last 2 head-to-head meetings saw Switzerland defeating this side on those 2 occasions. So it is Switzerland who is expected to, actually achieve some result in this very encounter. It is home win. That's our verdict for this very game. And that takes us to the very next game, and that happened to be the last game for the day. And it is in Brazilian Serie B, where we have Mirassol, who will be up against Gurana. Okay, the home side Mirassol in the past 6 have managed to win 3 out of those past 6 games. They've also had 3 losses as well. And the away side Gurana have managed just 1 win in the past 6, as well as 1 draw. And they've also had 4 losses in the past 6 games they've had so far. Okay, when you break it down to how both sides fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side Mirassol in the past 10 home games have been able to achieve 6 wins out of those 10 home games. They've also had just 1 loss as well as 3 draws playing from home. It goes to show that the home side Mirassol is a very good side, seeing that they've won 60% of their home matches and they've had just 1 loss out of those 10 games that they had from home. And it goes to show that they're doing very well at the moment. And the away side, on the other hand, Gurana, have managed just 1 win in the past 10 away games, and they've had 1 draw as well. And they've also had a whooping 8 losses out of those 10 away games that have so far. It goes to show that 80% of the away games that they've had have seen them losing on those, on those 8 games. It is actually a large number of losses playing from away. They've been able to manage just 1 win and they've had just 1 draw. So it goes to show that they're also likely to take a loss in this very one. And the home side is actually expected to win outrightly. And the last time both teams met saw Mirassol from away defeating this side by 3-2. All right, that was in February this year. So also in this very encounter, we do expect Mirassol playing from home this time around to rise to the occasion actually and win outrightly in this very game. It is home win. That's our verdict for that very encounter. Okay, and that brings our predictions for you on Betkraft today to a conclusion. And I wish you the very best of luck. I hope your ticket goes green. Remember to also bet responsibly. It's actually a football game. Bet with what you can afford to lose. Do not put your entire fortune in a bet expecting to win. It's a football game. It can actually go either way. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another wonderful day, and we'll be coming up with our predictions on this channel. Keep a date with us, and but until then, keep winning.